Welcome to another episode on our channel. And what I like to do once a month is look over market trends on the secondary market, eBay specifically. It's a nice system to try to track things. And this time around for August, I decided to do a search for items that would be selling. What I normally do is I type in 1/6 scale, hit return, and then select items ending soonest. And I wait until everything plays itself out. It either sells or it doesn't sell. And I default to the highest number possible, 240 items. So I actually did it differently this time, the same way that I just mechanically explained, but I did a data set early August and a data set just a day or so ago. So one at the beginning of the month, one at the end of the month. So I had 480 hits for the month of August. And so, it's a larger data set, and I thought that would be more interesting for data analysis and that sort of thing. And so for 480 hits, I wish it was a nice round 500 hit process, but for whatever reason, the default is 240. So 2 searches, 480 hits. Total sales out of the 480 hits, or 500, almost 500 items, total sales was 58. So that could be something as simple as 1/6 scale pair of combat boots, or handgun, or a pair of pants, whatever it is. 58 sales out of 480 hits. Out of the 58 sales, 8 of those items were Hot Toys figures. All told, 55 items were listed as Hot Toys complete figures, to include the art box and the mailer box and so forth. 8 sold. 8 of the 55 sold. 8 of the 58 items that sold overall were Hot Toys items. All right, so what was the market like for the sales, the ones that actually sold? So if I look at the beginning of the month, there were 3 items, Hot Toys items with complete packages, art boxes, mailer boxes. Three items sold, and each one of them took a hit. And I say took a hit in the sense that I looked at Sideshow's sell price, didn't look at their shipping and handling or their taxes, no way to determine that, just their list price, and compared it to the eBay sell price. And so the first item that sold, that was a Hot Toys complete figure, was Star Wars Dark Empire Luke. A lot of these that sold were actually Star Wars. There was one Avengers and then one Hellboy that sold, but everything else I think was related to Star Wars. All right, so the Star Wars Dark Empire Luke sold, and there was a loss when you compare Sideshow list price to eBay sell price. There was a loss of $42.50. The second thing that sold early August was Hellboy. And when you compare Sideshow list price to eBay sell price, there was a loss of $161.74. And the third thing that sold was Star Wars Captain Rex. And it lost $110 when you compare Sideshow list price to eBay sell price. Again, not factoring in shipping and handling and Sideshows and or taxes on Sideshows and or eBay's fees on eBay's end, not factoring anything like that in. All right. So those 3 things sold at the beginning of the month. They were all losses, technically on paper. Okay. Then 5 things sold at the end of the month. Hot Toys complete packages. One was an Avenger figure, Captain American Winter Soldier, so a Bucky figure sold. And that one actually on paper made a profit, $87.31. So when you compare Sideshow list price to eBay sell price, profit on paper, $87.31. But we're still not factoring in shipping and handling from Sideshow, which would have cost additional money more than the list price. And we're not factoring in eBay sell fees, which they would have cut some of that profit down with their fee. So I think they probably made closer to $45, $50 in terms of actual gain, in terms of the sell price on Sideshow and the eBay sell price when you factor in shipping and handling, taxes on Sideshow's end, and on eBay's end, seller fees. But on paper, $87.31 profit. All right. On paper, somebody sold 5 Bad Batch figures from Star Wars, Crosshair, Hunter, Echo, Wrecker, and Tech. And they sold it for $1,675. Said they were selling it because they had some sort of situational emergency and they needed cash fast. So they sold it for $1,675. The original sell price would have been $1,400. So they actually literally made a gain of $398.50. Now, again, that'll be whittled away when you factor in Sideshow, shipping and handling, taxes, and eBay seller fees, but it's still going to be a profit from what they bought them for and what they sold them for. How much of a profit, I can't say for sure. Depends on shipping and handling, taxes, and sale fees. And that's always hard to determine. All right. The next thing that sold was Star Wars Attack of the Clones, Padme Amidala. And the person that sold it made a $10 gain. But again, when you factor in shipping and handling and taxes on Sideshow's end and eBay sell fees, that $10 gain is wiped away. So it's a loss for all practical purposes. Even though on paper it looks like it's a gain, it's still a loss from what they originally paid and what they actually got from eBay for the item. The next thing that sold was a Jango Fett Star Wars figure, and they lost $59.49 on paper. They lost more than that, though, technically. And the last thing that sold was Death Trooper Black Chrome, and they lost $30. So out of the items that sold, the 8 Hot Toys complete package figures with art boxes and mailer boxes, 3 items on paper made a profit, but the $10 gain, I think that you can easily say that was wiped out and they lost money in that deal. The Bucky figure, $87.31, half of that maybe profit. And the Bad Batch set of 5 figures, definitely profit, but not $398.50. There was shipping and handling. It has to be factored in, taxes on Sideshow's and eBay's and seller fees, and that's going to be whittled away. But they still made a profit. It's a shame, though, because I did see Crosshair selling individually on eBay, prices as high as $800. I saw some prices in the $1,000 range. So apparently Crosshair is pretty popular. I think Wrecker and Tech are pretty popular. Interestingly, Hunter and Echo, you can still get at Sideshow. And they're on sale from their original sell price. That's Hunter originally sold at $255. It's on sale for $204 right now. Still available through Sideshow. Echo is still available through Sideshow. Sold initially for $290. On sale right now at $217.50. So Yeah, but the crosshair one was, I was seeing big, auction sale prices and buy it now prices, and on and on the list goes. So that one apparently is a very popular figure. All right. So what can I say? Market's still soft. You may be able to make some money if you're selling the right thing and somebody wants it. And again, I keep saying it, but it's always going to be true for me anyway. If I see something I want, I determine in my head what I'm going to spend for it. And I force myself into a position where I won't spend any more than that, because I will put in my top bid, odd number though. Like if my top bid is $100, I'll go $100, 55 cents or 87 cents, something weird, because people tend to bid with even numbers like $100 or $100, 25 cents, or $100, 50 cents, or $100, 75 cents, something like that. So I'll do something weird. And I'll make the bid within 7 seconds of it closing. And if I get outbid, there's no way I can rebid on the item. So I'm forced into keeping it to the price that I said I would pay for it, instead of getting caught up in the moment, which can happen. I've been there. I've been caught up in the moment, gone higher than what I should have. I don't do that anymore. It's always just a few seconds, boom, it goes in, and I can't bid again. So if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. And I just move on. So anyway, I know I haven't shown you anything yet again, but I hope you find the information useful. And if you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.